I'm Sandy from ohmycrafts. Today I'd like to share with you this cute little card called Happy Everything. It features paper from Basic Grey's Konnichiwa collection, and I went ahead and I used one of their stamps to stamp the lanterns all over the card, and I thought it would be kind of fun to add some texture to one of the lanterns. So I used one of our new copper blanks from Vintaj and embossed it in the Vagabond. I used one of their little pieces and added a little stamp on there that says Happy Everything. On the inside, because the paper was a little busy, I decided to line it with another piece of this nice green, and then I used the little sticker of the cute little geisha girl down here in the corner. There's lots of room in there. You could add another stamp sentiment, or if you need a card for lots of writing, you have lots of room to do that. So let's go ahead and emboss some metal. When I first learned how to emboss metal, it was so fun. I just embossed all the little pieces of metal that I had. It was kind of hard to stop, and I still kind of feel the same way about it. We're going to use one of the Sizzix Deco embossed dies, and one of the things I like about it, as well as telling me the name, down here at the bottom it tells you which side of the die you need to put down on the platform. So we're going to go ahead and place our little die right over the center of this little pattern. And the way these are set up, they usually have some different patterns in them, and you can put it on any corner in the middle, choose any portion of it that you would like to emboss. And all I'm doing right now is making a little sandwich. I have just the basic platform, no shims or any of those kind of things, and also one mat on the top. You want to make sure it's not too thick to go through your machine, and then just slide it in and go ahead and push the button. You could do this with a regular Big Shot or Big Shot Express. Any of those machines will work just fine. So let's go ahead and unveil this. And there we have our nice little embossed shape. Now I have to admit, I was having fun playing with the brass earlier, or the copper, and I used up all my copper bits. So I wanted to show you how to emboss, so I just grabbed some of the brass ones that we have. But this is also one of the copper ones that I did earlier. So for the sake of the rest of the demo, because this is what I put on the card, we're going to go ahead and use the copper one and ink this one. If you have never worked with alcohol inks before, they are also a lot of fun. You can blend all the colors together at one time, or you can use them individually. Today I'm just going to do it individually, and I'm just going to stamp just a little bit, kind of sporadically. That one was kind of a bright orangey color. I'm going to add more of a rusty color to it now. And you can go over it. You can leave part of the brass there. Change the colors just a little bit. Add a little bit of green in here. I know that sounds kind of psychedelic, but trust me, it adds kind of some fun depth to it. And one of the things I love about alcohol inks are they're very fast drying, and if you don't like something, you can always take your blending solution in very small amounts. It makes the ink kind of bead up and add a little bit of texture to it. And if you really goof, you can put blending solution directly onto the surface and wipe it all off. I should tell you, however, that alcohol inks need to be done on a surface that is non-porous. So nothing that's going to absorb any color. So it has to be something like glass, metal, plastic, anything like that. Anything like a paper or a cardstock, anything like that, it will absorb the color and you won't get all the differences in there. So you can see how when I put that on there, it kind of sucked out some of the color. So that's what's nice. If you get too much, you can take it out, or you can go back over it, and you can just play with it. And if you really want like one little part of it to be darker or something, I've even taken just like a little tiny dab, and you can put it inside and take your cloth and just very, very lightly take some of it out, and you see how it kind of spread through there. And now if I'm patient and let it dry, I'll have some parts that are darker Now I kind of took out some of the green, so I'm going to go back in here and add a little bit of green down here at the bottom. And then all I'm going to do is let that dry. If you're impatient, you can take a heat tool to it, but remember it's metal, it'll get hot, so you could burn yourself, so just be patient, let it dry. And then all I did to adhere it to the card was put a little bit of this adhesive craft tape on the back of it and put it right onto my card. Hope you enjoyed this card, and we'll experiment with alcohol inks and the vintage metal blanks and embossing, and we'll see you next time.